Welcome to the Whiskey Roundtable. We are your hosts.
Big G.
Karen Helen Keller.
Doug Dunbar.
We're back, kids.
We're back.
Yay!
Oh, yeah. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone, for our April 29th show edition.
Yes.
Which, Greg, is where are we on our count for the year?
Well, I saved it. So okay. I have it right. I got it right on today.
Okay.
It's our 15th show.
12th.
That's
close. That's good.
That was close.
Very good. Very
Just
good.
turn the two, backwards or something. That would be a 5.
Sideways
close.
to get there. But yeah, So, still, does it seem like we've done more than 12 in the whole year so far? I mean, to me, maybe it seems like.
It seems like we've done
here
more
we
than
are.
12.
It's almost May.
Right.
And, it's our 12th show tonight. What can we say? Anyway. So what's going on this week? How's everybody doing?
I had a productive, busy week this week.
I didn't get arrested.
That's always good. Yeah. What was productive in the office kind of a thing?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Sales, lots of good selling insurance and
Yeah,
stuff.
doing well. No complaints.
Nice. And one other productive thing that you did accomplish is you got these really nifty the Whiskey Roundtable
Don't be smoking
cigars.
my cigar.
I mean, I don't smoke cigars, but this almost has me tempted, I have to say. That's quite
That's pretty
impressive.
cool, huh?
So
Yeah.
yes, so
Tell us about these,
Yeah,
Greg.
tell us, Greg. What's going on with these cigars?
So the Royal Havana Cigars, Dave Samrock, he knows that I would smoke a 660 is my favorite size cigar. So when we put in the house brand cigars, he had the 660s made just for me. So it's always been because of me is why we've had that size cigar there. And so we got to talking, and he's all like, you know what, why don't we get some labels done? They're already your cigar. You're already smoking them. Let's do some labels, and you'll have your own line of cigars. And I'm like, okay, sounds
That's
good. So
okay.
here we are today. So, but he cheated.
Alright.
So we got the 660, and we have the 770 as well.
So, when those are available in mass, we'll give a special discount to viewers of the Whiskey Roundtable.
So we probably will enjoy this for the next month, and then the word on the street is they will be sold
Commercially available. There we go.
at Royal Havana. So yeah, cool stuff.
And-
And only at Royal Havana.
yeah, only at Royal
And
Havana.
so, so what? Tell us a little bit more about the cigar make and all that kind of stuff.
So it's Ecuadorian Honduran cigar. This is a Maduro, but it's not like a full body Maduro. It's more like a medium to almost a Maduro. So
Right.
it's good. It burns very well, and it's the structure on it's very nice.
Construction looks really
Yeah,
good.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
every once in a while, not always. I mean, our house brand cigars are. I don't think there's a bad one in the bunch, period. But every once in a while, we have maybe a humidification problem. Every once in a blue moon, where you're halfway through it, and all of a sudden it starts, flapping around like a blown tire. So,
Right.
but
Like a Gurkha?
like a Gurkha, exactly.
I know you've heard this before. It's not good.
I am not a Gurkha fan. I try. There is some. So my friend Rob out of Wisconsin, he smokes a great Gurkha, and I do like that cigar that he does. But
All right, people, quit texting.
I know, right? There you go. And my phone's lighting up already too. But anyway, so that's a good cigar. I enjoy that cigar, and until then I wouldn't. He said, Rob said a couple years ago, he says, well, here, I brought you one. You're gonna like this one. So and he was right. It was a great cigar. But still the regular Gurkhas that I've come across, and just Ashton, same way. I used to be a big
Yeah.
Ashton
Oh, that
fan.
was a huge go-to
That
for
was
you
always
back in the
my cigar,
day.
and still they're still having trouble keeping the wrapper on that cigar. That's too
Yeah.
bad. So I don't know what. Sometimes they change, tobacco places and all that stuff for, getting certain things that they want. So sometimes it comes with a cost. So
So back to the Royal Havana Whiskey Roundtable cigar, the 660, 770. They're the same type of tobacco in both.
yes, they are.
Okay.
Yes, they are.
So just
a bigger
sometimes
size.
matters.
Size does matter. I
So
agree.
there's just a little more tobacco in that other one.
Exactly. So, but 660 is my favorite, and I have some cigars that I picked up today that I like that we don't have at Royal Havana. Excuse me, kids. I'm sorry, but so these are all 660s. I got the La Flor Dominicana. I have the Jaime Garcia. I have the MX2 CAO, and I have the Christoph Full Maduro cigar as well. These are all good cigars, but you're looking at $10 to $15 a cigar.
And okay, and what's kind of the current value on our Whiskey Roundtable cigars?
So they're right around $7.
That's not
Right,
bad.
quite
Not bad
reasonable.
at all.
I like that
Pretty-
price. That's pretty good. Yeah.
And you'll smoke
Yeah.
that for most of the show tonight. Well, and you started
Yeah.
earlier, so
I did start early.
You-
I
you
couldn't help
got-
myself.
you got a
Couldn't
head
help
start on
myself.
that. So
Can I go take this up to the camera?
Yeah,
Yeah,
please.
go ahead.
Please. Let's get a close up of that bad boy.
Okay,
Yes.
back it up a little bit. It's a little blurry.
Is that good?
Straight. Oh, it's kind of blurry. I don't know.
With the smoke?
It could be. It could be. It's just trying to adjust to something being in the
Go back.
foreground and the background.
Let's
And
go back. There you go. All right, enough.
all right,
Okay.
that's
It
enough.
is
You
what it
guys
is.
get the idea, right? Plus,
Yeah.
we did post it
Yeah, we
on
did
our
post it.
Facebook page,
Right.
so you can get a good picture of those. See what
Yeah,
it
so
looks
if you look at the very lower left-hand corner of your screen, that's what the emblem on the cigar band looks like.
yes,
There you go.
Yeah.
very good.
Yep.
So, talking about, I know we always like to run down our wizard.
Well,
What you doing?
I was just thinking about the difference between ignorance and apathy.
What's the
Yeah,
difference?
what'd you come up with?
Oh, you really want to know what? I don't know, and I don't really care.
How did I know that was going to be your answer? That was funny.
Okay, well,
my.
hey, that's leads us into our section on whiskey.
What
The
about the
whiskey
scroll?
show.
Whiskey.
Oh well, let's
I was-
before. Well, I was going to say, but before that, let's see the scroll and who's out there. We got Phil Weaver, master
Phil
woodworking
Weaver.
craftsman. Phil,
Phil, what beer are you
up?
drinking today?
yeah, let us know, Phil, on your beer selection for this evening. Got Jennifer Boggs out there.
Cousin
And,
Phil, every week I want to report on what you're drinking. Automatic. So what do we got? Who do we
Lindsay's
have?
out there. Steven from Texas.
My brother Steven.
from the great
See him in a
state
couple
of
weeks.
Texas.
Yeah. And
Joe Lachina, cheers from Florida.
Joe, hey, Joe.
All right,
Me
yeah.
and Joe went to school together. Great guy. A lot
Went
of
to
fun.
different schools together.
We went to the same school. Just different
Steven.
mothers, that's all.
And Justin Elliott.
Justin, another good friend of mine out
Katy,
of Texas.
Texas, and
Donnelly, John
Lindsay.
Donnelly.
Did I say Lindsay? Lindsay's watching.
So, hang on one second.
Hey, Lindsay.
Hang on.
Oh.
All right, we got another friend of mine from high school that we used to wrestle together, Steve Lombardo. You met
Right.
Steve, yeah?
Very
Great.
nice.
Steve's a great guy, man.
Very nice.
He's very in tune with all the class and everything else. Great person. I told him next time he comes up, don't send me pictures, call me. I'm going to come over and hang out and have some drinks.
I only see him whenever we do like class reunion type of
Yeah,
things.
but I mean, he's back and forth. He lives in Columbus.
That's why.
But I mean,
Okay.
he came one time we did the show. I took the Porsche to the show. He met me there and all that. I mean, he's very, very in tune with everything going on. Great person. As Joe, same way. Joe's a good guy. No agenda, those guys. That's what I love about them. No agenda. They just do their thing. That's great.
There you go.
Okay, so let's get into some whiskey here tonight, and let's kick that off. Should we start with our traditional bottle can?
We should. We don't have a moon on this bottle can, do we?
Is there any moon
I
on the
don't
bottle?
know. You have to watch closely. We'll see you in just a bit.
All right, kids. We'll be right back.
Hey everyone, it's time for the bottle cam. The bottle cam.
So was that one of your socks that made Doug like fall over on
Well,
the bottle can?
That was a dirty sock.
It was
that
either
he
that or
hung
underwear. I'm
up.
not sure which, but
That was the worst offense so far to the bottle can. I think.
Yeah, really. That's worse than the moon.
Yeah.
ain't kidding.
Well,
You ain't kidding.
it's been the bottle can has been hit with a bat. It's been slapped around, but yeah, that was
Yep.
that was one of the harder ones. to
camera
deal
launched.
with.
And it got a glimpse of a hairy moon, too.
Yeah, Harry Moon. Yeah. We just want to make sure you're all paying attention. That's
Exactly. So yeah, you gotta watch out on those bottle cams. So
Hey,
And,
before I'm
yeah.
sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. Steve Lombardo's watching the show. Steve, if you want to jump on the scroll, you can jump on the scroll, and then we can make fun of you there too as well. So that's
Perfect.
it. And that's all I got, kids.
So Karen, what are we drinking tonight?
So
Sampling. Excuse me.
guzzling, drinking, sampling, call it what you will. Angel's Envy
What are we
finished
pounding?
dry. What did you say?
What are we pounding?
What are we pounding? So what we're drinking, Angel's Envy finished rye.
Okay.
Lincoln Henderson is the man behind Angel's Envy, and he started off working at, well, I don't know that he started off, but he did work at Brown-Forman, and some of the brands that he created, which kind of leads me to thinking this is going to be really, really good, Woodford Reserve and Gentleman Jack.
Okay.
Those were his creations. His son, Wes, after Lincoln retired, asked him to come out of retirement and say, Dad, I know you did your own independent whiskey and it is great, so let's do it. And they started to create whiskey, and they were experimenting with different finishing techniques, which now is kind of common, I think, but at the time,
It's been more common in the Scottish whiskey industry for a while. In the American, it's just becoming a thing with American whiskey now.
Correct.
I mean, a bigger thing, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so some of the this one in particular is finished in rum barrels. They also have Angel's Envy that's finished in sherry, port, and tawny.
So let me interrupt you for a minute. So
Anything?
I just was shopping online. I picked up another bottle of the rye as well because it was on sale, and then I also picked up the port cast finish store pick Angel's Envy
Say
as
that
well.
again. You picked up what?
I picked up another Angel's Envy. It was a store pick barrel proof Angel's Envy.
Ah,
So I grabbed that. Plus, we go back to the
Yeah.
old Ezra that we did the show on, and they had the distillers edition, and which was limited edition.
right.
I packed up on those. Didn't think I was going to ever see them again, and they appeared, and I grabbed another bottle of that as well. So, but
Okay.
you know, you're talking, I don't know, probably between the 2-3 bottles, you're talking probably $300.
Yeah. So I know my cousin Jeff doesn't usually comment, but I think he may be watching, and he said this is definitely one of his favorites, and he's mostly a Scotch drinker like me, but he really likes
It's I've had it several times. It's fantastic. We've never done a
Sidecar's
show on it.
favorite.
Sidecar's favorite for
Hey,
sure.
That's why we
Sidecar,
had to hide it
When
he-
you were
he
here,
just-
we hid it from you. We know how you are.
Nothing
He's like,
to see here,
put it
Sidecar.
under the
Move
chair
along.
back
Look,
there.
Elvis.
Greg says, "Here, I want you to put this under the chair."
Yeah, put this under the chair. Lock it up. Sidecar's good about it. It's how do I say it?
He's thirsty.
He's very thirsty.
And by the way,
Very
Phil
good.
is drinking the Drinking Sloop Brewing Juice Bomb from Northeastern. Drinking Sloop Brewing Juice Bomb Northeastern IPA.
IPA. He's
Now
an
that's a
IPA.
mouthful.
He's an IPA
He's an
guy.
IPA.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
if it's like hoppy and big and robust in flavor and alcohol, that's a Phil beer.
Awesome. Well, we know what he can do. He's very talented, so he can drink
Yes,
whatever he
yeah,
wants.
but he.
But
But I don't know. I don't think he partakes while woodworking. But I don't really know that. But,
Well, if he does, it doesn't show because
know.
your
Yeah.
cabinets
so
are.
whatever you do, Phil, just keep doing.
He said doo doo.
Whatever you do.
so, Phil, I just have to ask you. Apparently, you're building a wooden casket for Doug. Did I hear that right? But anyway, go ahead.
No, but unless I don't know. As far as I know, he's not. But he is going to be building us a filing cabinet soon.
There you go.
Hey, you built me a
Once,
casket.
but
I
I
did
don't know.
build you a
It's
casket.
kind of hard. He's got a lot of projects now, and you know, it's first come first serve, supply and demand, all that. So.
So you saw. So we have the casket, the wooden casket, the old school wooden casket structure for the Halloween parties.
Yes.
So my buddy Harry Hewen, we were very close. We've been friends since we were kids, but so he's like, gee, I said, well, hey Chuck, I need to build this casket, and he's like, did you get Karen's measurements? I said, I did. He's like, okay, so we built this, the old school, which goes like this, and then goes
Yeah,
like this,
right,
and
the-
it's perfect. So that's the casket that we have for all the
traditional
Halloween,
coffin
the,
shape, yeah.
the Halloween clam bake that we do every year. So
Right.
it's great. So anyway, long story short, who cares?
Multi-purpose Halloween decoration.
Well, if anybody passes out, they have a place to sleep. That's
There
what
you
it's-
go.
right.
There
All right.
you
So,
go.
anything else to tell us about this
real quick-
particular
real
whiskey?
quickly, I found on the Angels Envy site an interesting story that Lincoln, again the creator behind Angels Envy, when he was 12 years old, him and his brother attempted to borrow an airplane from a remote Alaskan airfield. Thankfully, they weren't able to get it off the ground and it ended up crashing into a hangar. They weren't ever caught. You know, that's one of those stories that you do stuff
They were
with-
able to just get out of the plane and run away, and nobody
they were
ever-
able to walk away. They were never caught. So it's one of those stories that, you know, you do a bunch of stuff as a kid and you never tell your parents.
Yeah.
And then you get older and you're like, oh yeah, remember that time you went out to dinner with Mom and I was out dying in a cornfield somewhere?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I just recently told my mom about something that we did as kids, and she was shocked, but I can't remember what it was right now. Anyway, we were talking about high school.
I'll tell you
There were
what.
some things that happened while they were on a business trip to Australia. I think.
The the class of '83, Kenson High School. Those guys have a thick phone book of all the shit that we did and didn't get in trouble for.
Well, you tried to run over the principal.
I did try to run over the principal. I sure did.
I'll never forget. Real quick story. His friend is sitting in class, actually. His cousin is sitting in class. He sees the principal run by the window. He's like, I wonder what he's doing. And then, like, 10 seconds later, here comes Greg in his truck.
Mike, I had a K5 Blazer. Me and Chris Colson, we both had K5 Blazers. I was kicked out of school for like 2 weeks, but anyway, it happens. Shit happens.
Your mom
2
probably
weeks.
made you some good breakfast
Yeah, she did.
at that time. Okay, so let's
Yeah.
get back to the whiskey, guys.
Okay.
Angel's Envy finished rye, as I mentioned. It's finished in rum barrels.
I gotta just say, you know, I am a big fan of rum cask finished whiskey.
Are you?
Yes,
I don't-
So I'm just looking forward to this because I just so far, the cognac cask or rum, those are my favorites.
Okay.
I'm not as big on the port and the Cabernet wine, and I don't like things too winey, but I do like the rum. And incidentally,
Where are you going with that?
anyway, we have a rum next week. We're going to talk about that later. But anyway, so
Aye, aye, Captain.
yeah,
So Angel's Envy spends up to 18 months finished in Caribbean rum casks.
yes, and that's a long aging.
18 months.
yeah.
It is relative. Like
Pretty-
usually
pretty
it's
long finish.
6 to 12, isn't
Yeah,
it?
eight, up to 18 usually, but so 18's on the high end. So
Okay.
Gotcha.
And it's 100 proof, I believe.
yeah.
You know what? I believe it is. I didn't even check
It's
it. I don't even
yeah, it
remember.
is, and it's nice. That's a nice place to be.
But it,
Right in the wheelhouse.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to say anything about it. You're going to be, if you've never had it, who's ever never had it, you're going to be blown away how good it is.
So one of the things I did not grab. So there are some treasures that people hunt for, and I believe Angel's Envy is definitely
Sure.
one of them. They are not easy to find,
Correct.
but if you find them, retail price goes for $100.
Yeah,
$99.
90. Yeah.
Okay. So same as the look at that, same as the proof. But yeah,
Yeah.
if you happen across a bottle of Angel's Envy, definitely pick it up and
Run.
give it a shot because
Run.
they are not out.
No, they
Everywhere.
don't. They don't. Yeah, I mean,
They have
all of the-
limited. They don't have limited supplies, right? They don't. Not a big
It-
mass producer.
So my
Even though-
experience with all the I shouldn't say distillers, all the liquor stores I do business with, for various reasons, the stuff that was so readily available, 5 years ago, now everything is on the pullback. So basically they're not rushing to put stuff on there, and they've raised their prices, and they do that on purpose, which kind of pisses me off. But at the end of
Yeah.
the day, you know, Angel's Envy, a standard bottle of Angel's Envy is like $45, but it's a good drink. A lot of, there's people say, "Oh, Angel's Envy is garbage," blah blah blah, this and that. Well, you know, everybody's palate's different, and we
Yeah.
know that. But you know, when you find a bottle like this, you know, which we'll get into after the ratings. I don't want to say a bunch of stuff, but anyway. You know, when it's available, you got to grab it, and then they put restrictions on how many bottles you can buy.
Yeah, one bottle.
You know,
Yeah.
so-
Usually.
So Angel's Envy is a bottler and contract distiller, so this is made at MGP.
MGP.
Yeah,
Exactly right.
so we need to get that in there. But okay.
All right, my pre-game is done, guys. So
Okay,
let's,
so it's
let's
time.
toss these out.
It's time to sniff and taste.
What?
And does our audience,
Our audience is already well
limited audience,
Uno?
a very limited
Well.
audience has
Dos.
Yeah, we
has a taste.
we laid the law down this week. Enough's enough. Had it.
Oh
with,
my.
I had it with audience. Period.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I heard somebody say maple. I rarely got it to my mouth, and I thought, oh,
He's
maple
already switched to the.
to my nose. And
You're
I
already
thought
you're already it.
maple
You're already it.
pancakes. Yeah.
He couldn't wait.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I just got it like 4 inches from my nose, and I was like maple.
Ooh, yeah. Yes, sir.
You're not getting any of the maple.
No, I get the maple.
Yeah. I get it's.
Vanilla.
Wait till you try it.
Yeah.
I get a toasted marshmallow on the nose.
Yep.
Definitely
I
toasted
definitely
marshmallow.
get some
Marshmallow.
Yeah. And
That was
specifically
one of my nicknames, Marshmallow Man. By the way.
toasted marshmallow.
Yeah.
Like not just marshmallow, but toasted. You get a little bit of that charcoalness in there.
Yeah. Sure.
Sorry,
Nuts.
having my own
It's
personal summer over here.
it's
Very,
the nose. The bouquet is
Very,
unbelievable.
very ruddy
The
amber
bouquet.
Okay.
color to it.
It's this reminds me of something you'd want to drink in the fall, like a nice,
It does, yeah,
not necessarily cold, but crisp fall day around a fire.
yeah.
Just on the nose, it.
And I get, I
love
do
it.
get some obviously oak in there.
Yeah,
and
vanilla.
it's
It's heavy
something
on the
like,
vanilla.
but I get like a nutmeg as well. It's very, very
It's-
appealing.
It's sweet.
Yeah, it definitely has a sweet nose. I have a feeling the palate's going to be along those lines too.
You
We'll
think
see.
so? You don't think it'll be a
So give us the notes. What do we got?
tasting notes on the nose? I pulled these from a couple of different places.
Go ahead.
Citrus,
Okay.
caramel candy or candy corn,
Okay.
dark fruit candy, maple sugar,
Okay.
vanilla, oak, hazelnut, spice, and sherry wood.
Ah. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. That's a lot of
Still
ingredients.
getting nutmeg here. That's what I would say.
Very nice. We
Nutmeg, huh?
Palate? You want a palate?
yeah. Let's jump into this, kids.
Okay.
You ready?
Oh wait, let me cleanse first.
I really like the nose. It's really nice.
It had some in whiskeys. It's
Oh. Oh my goodness.
Thick.
It is heavy. Very heavy. It's got a long it's a
Marshmallow.
caramel bomb.
Holy
Okay,
crap, is that good? Now I know we hit it. Now I know why we hit it from Ralph.
so it's I get candy corn, just like Halloween candy. I mean that
Yes.
candy corn, butterscotch really comes out, and that certainly that maple is there.
So you know what I get on the finish?
I mean, I almost think this had maple in it, like
Yes. It's like that 27
Yeah.
Jack Daniels almost.
I get on the finish, in a long finish. You're gonna laugh at me, but I get the rum on the finish.
I agree with that. No, I won't laugh at you this
no,
time.
but
Honey,
but
I
I'm
got
def-
plenty of reasons to laugh
but
at
I'm
you.
not getting like the typical rum, like that I get from a rum cask whiskey. It's
It's very
It's
good.
like a rum candy, a rum cake.
yeah, exactly.
Almost.
yeah.
like-
okay.
Like a rum cake,
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. Something sweeter. Yeah,
Look
that
at
has
me
rum
pulling
in
shit
it.
out of
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, a little
I thought that was
rice
just a
pudding
dog.
with rum and raisins. Rum and raisins.
That's very good. I love it.
Yeah, no. Wow, is that amazing? Wow. Now, I gotta ask.
I
Is,
get on the finish. I get almost like just a hint of some menthol. Something a little bit.
I didn't get
drier.
I didn't get the menthol, but I definitely got rum on the finish. A lot of rum on the finish. It's actually, in my personal opinion, it's rum finish forward. Period on the finish. To me, that's just.
anyone want to note what they're saying?
Anybody?
Or
Anybody?
say what they're getting out of this?
Yes,
What do you got, Rob?
agree.
You agree what I said?
With what?
A lot of vanilla in the nose, a lot of maple in the flavor,
All right.
a lot of that candy flavor.
Okay. Do you like it?
You'll see in the score.
Oh.
Well, you know.
It's going to come out of
You
the
know, we're gonna have to get him a coaster. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
we started off drinking his 126.9
Yeah.
proof.
So we had some
JD. So.
we had some special deliveries from Jack Daniels. So yeah. Miss Shauna, what do you got over there?
Delicious.
Isn't that good?
Look at her.
She would like it. I thought she would like
And it's
In a sultry tone, though.
I know. Did you hear that?
it. Yes.
with the 100 proof. It's actually.
You're gonna have to sit in the back seat on the way home. So.
Oh, sooky now.
Well, that's going to be
really smooth.
interesting since I'll be driving. But
Let's ask the cheese mongol. What do you got, dog?
You know, for a rye, it doesn't have a lot of spice, and I
Correct.
would agree that it finishes heavy maple, which I like, and so it's huge flavor but very smooth. It's
I
very
agree.
pleasant, and I when you breathe through your nose,
Sure.
you get the rum finish big time, big time.
All right.
Very pleasant,
Mhm.
unique flavor.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know who would like this is Dave. He
Dave
loves
Dave
his rum,
He does love his rum.
and he's brought some.
I was
going
gonna
to
say Ralph Angelori.
We already established that.
So what do you
yeah.
got? What do you got? What do you got on the finish?
On the
Let's
palate, we have gingerbread, molasses, which I totally agree, marshmallow, cotton candy-ish type of flavors.
okay. Okay.
I get more candy corn than cotton candy. But
Okay.
That's all right.
Sweet rum, sherry wood, soft oak again, and menthol.
There you go. All right. Good call.
The wizard picking it out of the
Yeah,
air.
Wizards pulled that shit right out of his ass.
The finish,
Good guess.
burnt maple sugar candy. Now, this is kind of surprising to me. I agree with the sweet, but I do not agree with the dry.
It's got a dry tone to it for sure.
I
Absolutely.
think so.
Absolutely.
You
I
guys
have
think
to
so
ask
too?
myself-
Definitely oak.
when did that
Definitely.
reviewer ever taste burnt maple candies? Like, do you think that ever really happened?
Could what?
Well, you can kind
You
of.
can
I
burn
don't think you
stuff.
can imagine.
No, but you
well,
think
trust
you,
me, I burn
like,
stuff
if
off.
you had some maple candy
Yeah.
and it was burnt,
Right.
would you eat it? Like, do you think?
Of course.
Hell yeah!
I wrestled.
Look at us.
Listen.
Okay, I say no more. Say no more.
You ever
All
tell you the story about
Oh,
after a wrestling match?
Of course I would. All right.
On Saturday, we would go over to Kim Kiter's house, and me and Jack Carson.
Eat goldfish?
We were doing quarters, okay, along with half of the wrestling team, all underage, and we ran out of beer.
What else do you do in the country?
So we started. So Kim Kiter's dad, he had this beautiful fish tank, and he had all these exotic fishes in there. And what ends up happening is we run out of beer, so we start doing goldfish and all these other fish in the thing. But that's another great story. So we talked about that earlier about things that you got away with. But anyway, it was fun. That's how it was. Anyway, go back.
I was laughing because I don't know what made me think of this, but I've been watching the Johnny Depp Amber Heard thing all week.
Oh, what drama!
And something about happy hour. And it was like, isn't every hour a happy hour? Or something he said?
Yeah. And I think Johnny Depp made his way into this week's bottle cam.
Did he?
I
Did.
think he did. So
Well, it is a rum cask, so it is
maybe
so
that has something to
appropriate.
do with it. Are we ready for the?
I think we have to. You want to do ratings when we come back, or
We usually do the bottle cam.
Should we do
right
the
be-
bottle cam and then come
Okay.
back with the scores
That's
and then
fine.
check
That's
the
fine.
It's usually right before the
scrolls?
ratings.
All right, let's
Our
do it.
second bottle cam. Here we go, and we'll see you in just a few minutes.
We're right
And
back,
We'll be
kids.
back with the ratings.
There you go.
Hey everyone, it's time for the bottle cam. The bottle cam.
Oh!
No, because I don't remember the entire story.
All right, so we were just debating whether or not we should talk about. So, very quickly, just to give you a little bit of a description, the bottle has a pair of angel wings on the back. And there's supposed to be a way, when the bottle is X amount full, the way that it hits the angel wings is supposed to be really cool. So, we don't have all the information to share with you, but that's what we were
it's-
jibber jabbering
yeah.
about.
The angel share was what it was. But there's
So if
another-
anybody
another
watching,
bourbon.
Jen knows anything about that, let us know.
There you go. What do we got? What we got?
All right, hey, we got some
Who's
people
on the
here.
scroll?
Holy schmolies.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Who, R.A.?
Sidecar in the
Who's on?
house. Oh, did you
Sidecar.
hear?
Oh my
yeah.
god.
We were just complimenting you.
Oh!
Bill.
Shit is
Oh
good.
gosh, we wish you were here, Ralph. Look what we're having.
Oh, darn. Did we forget to tell you? I'm sorry.
Hey, Ralph, it's the usual suspects tonight, just so you know.
Yes, Lindsay
gosh.
says she heard candy corn and maple. She's my daughter that loves candy, and yeah, you would like this. This is one that I think you might really actually go for. So
All right.
Yes.
it's a little bit of a candy jar.
It is a candy bomb. Definitely a candy bomb.
All right.
Rob, he's actually enjoying the Whiskey Roundtable cigars. So very good. Thank you.
See, you should have traded that cigar out with me.
Justin says he's there with Keith Whitlock as well.
Keith, what's up?
Lindsay loves the bottle cam. She says it's always an adventure.
And that's for sure.
Did she catch the full moon
I think
last
she
week?
did. I
She
think
catch the
that's,
hairy moon
that's
last
part of
night?
what her reference was.
Justin wants to know what you were pouring before we did the Angel's Envy.
So I started off with the Michter's American, but what I was pouring before that was the 1920 Old Forester.
And I'm doing some Weller Special Reserve here.
And I'm doing more Angel's Envy.
There you go.
Yes.
Jennifer says if you lay the Angel's Envy in the bottle down when it's full,
Okay.
the air bubbles fill the wings on the back.
Oh, okay. So we've lost that.
All right,
upper-
so
we
whenever
cannot
we
do
get
that
another
now.
full bottle of
we have
Angel's
to get
Envy,
a new
we'll
bottle.
give that a try.
Dang. Okay, we'll have to get another bottle. Lindsay says no comment on the mooning. Yes, I think she did.
Yeah, that's hard to take.
Lindsay,
down.
that was your father's idea, by the way.
Ralph. I think Ralph has.
He's trying to exploit me. Go ahead, I'm sorry. What do you
Ralph
got?
has the quote of the night.
What is it?
He says, "I put a few angels on their back and never noticed the bubbles."
Oh.
Oh boy. Good one, Ralph.
All
Okay.
I can say is, that's my boy.
Oh, nice. Okay. Wow. It's time to do our tastings and ratings here, and we use the. Go ahead.
I just have to say, Lindsay says she has never kept secrets from you two. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
What did
Such a
Jennifer?
good girl.
What did Jennifer say? What'd she say? We missed her. What happened?
Well, there's a lot here. Steve Gallowan is watching.
All right, Sergeant. What's going
Steve.
on?
He's drinking Woodford Reserve
Okay.
at Nouveau in Concord.
Oh, okay.
Damn place doesn't have Bookers.
Ah,
All right. Well, you know what? Put in a note for them. Tell them to get with the
Steve.
program.
When we get together this summer, I will definitely bring you some bookers.
Now Jennifer has bookers. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, she does.
She's a bookers queen.
She is.
Amen.
She has the bookers.
That's her go-to, isn't it?
That's right. She
All
has
right.
this- Yeah. Okay.
Let's get into the scroll here. Let's
Okay.
get in- I'm sorry. Get into the ratings here. Sorry.
So
kids.
I'm going to let Big G
Oh,
start
that's right, we haven't
this
rated
week.
yet.
What is Big G's rating for the
This is good
Angel's
shit.
Envy finished rye?
I'm gonna go with the solid 4.0.
4.0. So that always deserves, you know. And Karen, I think you're.
Oh, me next. I'm a huge fan of this. This is really, really amazing. I'm gonna go 4.3,
Wow. 4.3.
and I think that's low, but
You really, really like this.
I really like this.
What do you got, Wizard?
So, gee, you know, you and I are always kind of
Right on.
It's
Some
been
Simpatico.
it's been trending that way for a long time. But
Yep.
tonight I'm going to break with you.
All right, let's do it.
This one is a little sweet for me. It's a little. Someone said it's not cloying. To me, it is just a tad.
It's not.
on
I'm
the
sorry.
borderline.
Cloying.
Cloying. It's when something's overly sweet and to the point of not being enjoyable.
Oh,
Like
okay.
So-
too rich.
Too
much.
Yeah, to me, it borders on that. It's not. It's certainly not annoyingly sweet, but it's borderlines on that. It does detract a little bit from what I look for in a whiskey. So, But again, I don't. I'm not saying it's a bad whiskey. This obviously a lot of people are going to like this. You guys did. The audience really liked it. So that weigh that as you will. But I'm going to give it. Okay, sorry, going on too long. For me, it's a 3.6.
Oh wow!
It does. It's not something I'm going to have on my shelf all the time.
For shizzle?
But it's. But again, if I saw it in the store and it was available, I would buy it.
Hey, well,
I was going to give
I'm
you that
being-
bottle to take home, but apparently not. So.
I'm being signaled that you're
No,
not the
but
only damn
I
person
think
in the house.
Somebody else in my house seems to like it, so
yeah.
that's another reason.
Oh.
And then no, that's a good point. I mean, I also think it would be a nice addition to my infinity bottle.
It would be,
add
you
some-
know
add
what?
It would have been.
sweetness.
It would have been, but
No,
we're
let
not
me
gonna
change
have-
my score. I think
We're not going to have an angel share on the Angels Envy
Yeah.
tonight.
apparently the angel's getting effed. But anyway,
well, no, it has some unique flavor tones with the maple. It's the mapliest whiskey I've ever had.
Did you try?
Yeah,
You
so-
tried the 27 though, right? You think
Yeah.
it's more than the 27?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Since we've been doing the show, it's got the most mapley sweet character of any whiskey.
all right.
Yeah.
Are we done beating the horse?
I don't know. Does anyone want to give a score?
Oh,
out there?
hey, oh.
Shauna's all
Straighten
in.
up, Doug. Straighten up, Sean.
Okay.
Connection established.
Oh,
4.5.
4.25 from Shauna.
Okay.
Shauna.
That's
I
my
want
girl.
this- I want this on
If
my
that's,
shelf.
if that's not
Okay.
a kick in the balls, I don't know what is. Go ahead.
That's
Okay,
right.
did we get something from Rab?
Rab?
Rob? I mean.
Yeah, we want.
Well, he's Jewish in a lot of ways, but anyway, go ahead. What do you got?
I'm with you, Doug, but I'm going to go a little bit higher. 3.895.
We only allow 2 digits
I mean,
after
Oh,
the
no.
decimal.
Yeah.
I'm close to an 8.9. I'm not.
From the
3.8.
Canadian judge.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
and that's
he's
probably
from
the
up
problem
north,
because
so
I've been so in tune to the the Crown maple that's been forced on us that the maple flavor comes through too strong for me.
So,
okay.
what about Big K? What's the score?
I did say it was a caramel bomb, but anyway, go ahead.
I was up in the 4s on the first pour because I enjoyed the first flavor, but then I had a second pour, and now the sweetness and the maple is building, and I don't like it as much. So I'm probably like a 3.8 because I'm feeling it's a little sweet too. The first pour was great, so it's kind of a one drink kind. It's
One and
not
done?
a one and done because it's such a unique flavor.
Yeah.
But the second one starts building.
And I don't know,
sweetness too much.
yeah,
Who,
maybe.
who invited him?
No, I could actually this would go good in a lot of cocktails. I think.
Yes.
I think with a cigar. If I
with
smoke
an
cigars, I would
orange.
probably think maybe that would be a nice pairing. I mean, by itself, it's just a little sweet for me. It's just my personal taste.
No, it's everybody's
Yeah.
palate's different. Everybody's palate's different.
On American whiskey, I kind of like the drier, oakier kind of profile. So
Gotcha.
Yeah, I've just, and not to prolong this any more than it needs to be, but since I've become more of a Scotch girl, I do not have an appreciation for bourbons anymore.
yeah.
And this one, I really, really like. It's just.
So
I-
But it's funny because Scotch drinkers complain that bourbon is too sweet, but this was a very sweet bourbon, yet you like it. So it's
I do
interesting.
because sometimes bourbons are too hot for me. Like what we were pre-gaming
High
with
proof,
is
yeah.
is a little too hot, a little too dry, a little too raw.
It's true. In general, the American whiskeys, particularly nowadays, are higher proof than most scotches. So,
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Scotches are right in the 80 to 90
Yeah.
wheelhouse. So this being 100 is very good. And I really came on the high side of this. Shauna, you and I are right there. 3.6, Doug, was the lowest score, which is still a very good whiskey
no, I know
roundtable
it's
score.
good. It's good. Yeah, and hey, again, I don't hate it. It's just it's not in my wheelhouse flavor.
All right, everybody's like busy
Somebody's
doing
pointing
stuff.
to-
What do we have on the scroll?
People are asking me questions. on this one, but-
Let's see. Of course you do, especially on their backs.
Oh,
Shauna wants
who put that? Who put that up
Shauna
there?
wants it on the shelf.
Jennifer Boggs at a girl gave it a 4.75.
That's my girl. That's my girl.
The ladies
Wow,
like
Jen, 4.75. Okay, all right.
But I can agree with Kay over there. With after a little while, it would probably be a little too much, a little too rich, and you want to kind of go to something else. But this will get the party started right here.
It might be a good starter. Yeah, I definitely would not want to drink it all night long, as Kurt or Big K was saying. So.
All right,
Okay,
kids.
all right.
We on to the whiskey.
So now we're on to the Whiskey Wizard. Tonight we're featuring the West Coast Whiskey Tasting number 2. We did 5 of these during a special visit to the West Coast, and so this is the second airing. Well, this will be the third one we've aired. So this hasn't aired before, even though it was recorded a little while ago.
Right.
So,
But you're still in the same setting, which is beautiful.
yeah. So anyway, we'll be back right after this.
All right, kids. We'll
Enjoy, and we'll see
you in a minute.
See you shortly.
All right.
Whiskey Wizard. It's the Whiskey Wizard.
Hello and welcome to the Whiskey Wizard, where we say that whiskey making takes scientific knowledge, an artisan's skill and dedication, and a bit of the wizard's alchemy of light, air, earth, and fire. As you may recall, I kicked off the first of a 5 series of single malt Scottish whiskey tastings back at the end of February. This is the second one of these that will be scattered throughout the 2021 year. So again, if you're not a Scotch whiskey fan, don't dismay. As a recap, I picked 4 whiskeys that I've been wanting to try and that are reasonably obtainable for all of you out there, even if, for those of us in Ohio, only through online ordering. Back in January, I ordered these ahead of a trip to the West Coast, where I had my son Cameron pick these up from a store in Pasadena near Los Angeles. We got together and did a little tasting event over the course of a few evenings that included Cameron's girlfriend Lauren, also a whiskey fan. So let's continue with the Glengoyne 18 as a follow-up to the Bladnoch 10 we did last time. As a note, Big G let me sample a little of this over last Christmas, and so I wanted to get some of my own. This is a Highland Scottish malt whiskey that comes from just north of Glasgow. Glengoyne is unique in producing Highland single malt whiskey that is actually matured in the lowlands. The reason is the distillery is located directly upon the Highland Line, the division between the Highlands and the lowlands of Scotland. Now, Glengoyne stills are in the Highlands, while the maturing casks of whiskey rest across the road, technically in the lowlands. A final note, in 1984, the Lang brothers became suppliers of whiskeys to the Queen Mother, Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth's household. The Royal Warrant has since been featured on all Glengoyne products. This single malt is matured in a mix of refill sherry casks and a generous portion of first fill sherry casks. Well, okay, let's get on with the tasting. All right, so now we're going to do a tasting of the Glengoyne 18 malt, and again, let's just get to it.
So
let's
once
go in
again,
and-
this is the first Glengoyne I've ever tasted.
And this is an 18.
Yes, which is, as I've said to you many
I was
times,
just gonna say, I
it's
think
the
it's
sweet
the
spot in
best.
Scotch whiskey age, I think.
I still think it depends on where the distillery
Well, it
is
does.
and how
Of course
warm it
does.
is.
Of course it does. Just a generalization.
But
I
oh wow,
I find diminishing returns.
that is
It's
a
worth
very
the dollar increase.
Yeah.
Usually.
that is a very oceany smell.
Yeah.
It smells like iodine seaweed.
Get a little ocean.
But I get
What
the
I'm
ocean,
not-
but I still think it's sweet.
I'm getting honey and I get a little bit of like marzipan.
Marzipan, that's exactly what it is that I'm tasting or smelling. I
Give me
was
some
like,
time to acclimate to the
Yeah.
iodine, and I'll let you know.
see, I got a little bit of the brine, but
I do get I do get
marzipan.
such
That's
touch.
exactly what it was. I was like, what is that? What is
get,
that? That's exactly what it is.
I don't know whether
Get
it's
it
the
like
power of
almond-
suggestion or that I'm acclimating, but I am getting marzipan.
It's-
Not
yeah.
almonds, marzipan.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a sweetness, a little bit of honey to that too, and
And
you know, let's get
There's
a
some- it's not
little
a-
bit of cherry.
I
I
do
don't know
feel
if
like-
you guys are going to agree with me, but a little bit of pine sap as well.
A little bit of pine.
I wasn't getting that.
And
I
I'm,
get
I'm
actually,
starting to
you
get
know
the
what I get
sweetness
is
more
baked.
and more.
I get a little bit of baked, like baked apple.
I'm still stuck on the marzipan. And like that's what I'm smelling.
I'm getting the
There's a-
sweetness more and more, but it's more of a fruit sweetness rather than a like sugar sweetness. It's definitely not
What I
bourbon.
do feel like mentioning is I feel like the nose actually on this is not as strong.
Yeah, I'm tipping it
It's
almost to
pretty-
the end of my glass in order to
It's
take
a
a
pretty
sip.
benign, like you kind of got to go into it. It's not like some scotches
You
where
mean
the nose is really
compared to the
strong.
Bladnoch 10 that we just did?
Compared to the Bladnoch.
So as I get again a lot of what I get on the nose. I get the marzipan. I get a little bit more of the honey, even some butterscotch in there or some toffee.
It's funny. Now
it's-
I get some of that maritime character.
To me, this
I get-
tastes
I would-
nothing
now
like
I
I
get-
See,
smelled.
I can get a little bit on the nose. I'm not getting
To
it
me,
on
this
the
tastes
tongue.
nothing
totally
like I
do.
smelled. I now get the taste of
So
all those rich
interesting.
things, and I'm not tasting any of the seaweed and iodine that I was smelling.
Yeah, that's how I'm
But
going. But
Right there in the finish, there's the peak.
I did pick up
Just a
some
little,
of
but there it
some
is.
of that ocean quality in the nose.
See now peat. I don't really get peat.
Just a tiny bit. It's not much at all. I would not call this a heavily peated whiskey.
No,
but
no.
Just a little bit in the finish, I can taste it there.
But it's again, it's another one that's quite. I find to be quite a joy. So
Yeah, but you know,
this time I'm going to let Lauren start with the her
rating.
score on the 0 to 5 whiskey roundtable scoring.
So this is the first Glengoyne I've ever had. It's an 18, which, as the other two
so
have
this,
said,
in my opinion, this is sort of what's your verdict on Glengoyne? Like,
Yeah.
don't say that. I haven't had any other Glengoynes.
Yeah.
And I refuse to rate a distillery based on only one whiskey. I refuse to do such a thing. That would be stupid.
No, it's true.
The beauty of Scotch is its variety. Every distillery has so much variety contained within it, and but this is an 18, which is usually a very good age for whiskey to be. And though this is very good, when I compare it to other 18 years that I've had, it's not the one that I would necessarily pick. I don't know. I don't think this is a bottle that I need on my shelf. So the rate has to be less
But
than
your
4.
rating system doesn't have to be my rating system.
Yeah,
That's just like
well, if I'm gonna rate something a 4, that mean a 4 or higher. That means I want it on my shelf, and I think this is a 3.5 for me, and that doesn't mean I don't like it.
Oh, of course.
That definitely does not mean I don't like it. But though this is good, this isn't something I would necessarily write home about.
Okay.
So I think I'll just piggyback on that and say I would definitely order this in a bar. If you go to a bar and they have this, I
Yeah.
would totally get it. I think this might be for me I think I'm probably gonna be with Lauren. I might just give it a 3.6 because it's great. I mean, it's an 18-year whiskey. It's really good. Again, it's tough because I'm kind of am comparing it to other 18-year-old whiskeys that I've had, not like all whiskeys in total. But again, I don't know the price on this bottle. But just going.
I don't know
It's
if
in
I'm
the
being
100 it was
unfair.
close to
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm being an asshole,
190.
but I'd like.
Oh, well, that's not bad. If you're getting an 18-year whiskey for under
It was
$100, that's pretty
I don't know.
impressive.
It was in the 100.
But
Well, I'm not including
no,
the
okay,
price
all
in
right,
my.
okay, that's fine.
yeah, we don't
That's fine.
really consider.
That's fine. I think I'm gonna
But
come
I
in.
would
I'm gonna
rate-
come in on like a 3.6, 3.65. Like I think it's
Okay.
really good.
Like
Definitely,
I
I
would
would
rate
get
the
it in a
Glenmorangie
bar.
10 higher than this.
Huh?
And that's
Well-
not to say that I think this is bad or I don't like it, but I don't know. I'm not impressed. It's,
Okay, well, I find it to be quite a joy, but I'm not. I'm going to be about a 3.75 on this one. So, still, I would still recommend it. I think it's a great whiskey.
Try it out in a bar, especially if you like any of the flavors that we said we noticed in it. Because again, we all have different palates. Everybody likes a different thing. If you like any of the flavors that we listed and it sounded like a whiskey you like, then you probably
And I'm-
disagree with
and I'm gonna
me
guess
on my number.
I'm going to guess that a lot of you out there would. So,
Yeah. If you're,
do pick it up if
this
you have
is
the
definitely.
opportunity.
I would recommend to somebody who might be a bourbon lover. I
Yeah.
think this is a whiskey that would really appeal to
If
them.
you really like
If you're like
bourbon-
just want to get into Scotch, I think again, like I said, if you see this at a bar and you've never had it before, absolutely pay the $30 to try it. Or whatever.
Okay, I rated this whiskey more highly than Cam and Lauren did, which is fine, and that's why we taste. I found it rich in complexity, creamy, and a most satisfying dram. For a tad easier to obtain whiskey, kind of in the same general profile, consider the Macallan 12. This is Douglas Dunbar, the Whiskey Wizard for the Whiskey Roundtable, Slàinte. And now, back to the live show.
I was so mesmerized by those palm trees that I don't even know what you guys were talking about or the scores you gave. and now I'm like over here going, Greg, we need to go on vacation. He's like,
So,
can we go up the street to my
Yeah,
work and
yeah,
go to
yeah,
vacation?
Go to the office. All right. You want vacation?
So this was the whiskey of the 5 that we did the tastings on for the show. I think that probably didn't score as well as the others, but we did a lot of really good whiskeys. I think I like this better than Cameron and Lauren did, but still a great whiskey. Anytime you're having an 18-year-old single malt,
Sure.
it's usually going to be pretty darn good. And so under 4, just meaning, I've got a lot of single malts. I don't have to have that one, but definitely it was a very worthy whiskey. So
And that was Glengoyne, right?
Yeah.
the Glengoyne 18.
I have a couple Glengoynes. Pretty good. Very
Yeah,
good.
yeah. I think you gave me. Was the Glen Scotia? I can't remember.
I can't remember
Yeah.
either. So can I
Yeah,
chime in?
yeah, chime in.
So Sidecar wants to put a rate in.
Oh,
Oh.
sidecar. What you got there? What you got there, son?
He says he's going to go with a 4.3.
Oh, god damn it, you're the same as me.
All right. Do I have to write this down?
Can I change my score?
Sidecar. Okay, I'll add him to the list here.
All right. So
You know what? As I'm sitting here and you were doing the Whiskey Wizard, and I'm continuing to guzzle, drink, try.
Pound.
Yes. There you go. It is a little sweet, and it's getting more difficult to drink.
I think sweeter whiskeys do get kind of wear on you if they're too sweet. So that's a sign to me that it's too sweet. But,
So, like in wine, you have a dessert wine. This
right.
would be a good dessert whiskey.
Definitely.
Sure.
After dinner whiskey,
Sure.
for sure.
absolutely.
Yes,
Yeah.
and we were talking about it would be very good in mixed drinks, like a
Or
Manhattan
I
or
think
an
it'd be a
old-fashioned.
good complement to certain cigars.
If
I
you
think-
smoke
yeah.
cigars.
Yeah, if I smoked, I would probably
I could blow smoke in your face if you want me to.
Oh, at least
Not
it's
right
in your
now.
face and not.
All right, kids. So let's move to the scroll and
Yeah, let's check the scroll out. We're getting
let's
into
walk on
the getting close to the closing, and once again, we will not get to the news here on the Whiskey Roundtable. One of these weeks, we're going to run down through the latest releases and whiskey news for you, but we'll wait for that.
all right. What do we got, kids?
Let me come up to where we were. Steve Galloway is drinking Woodford Reserve. Oh, I already
You
said that.
right?
Let's see. Lindsay says, I know, I heard candy corn and maple and it piqued her interest.
You would like this, Lindsay. In fact, we'll have to get some just for that purpose to see how you like it.
And Jennifer said, it is sweet but not cloying. There's that word again. That's why she likes it, and she gets the rum finish as well.
Yeah.
But the oak comes through for her also.
Yeah, I don't get the oak, Jen.
I don't either.
Yeah, I don't really get much
I don't
dry
get the oak.
oakiness to this, but
And I don't. Did we say Jen gave it a 4.75?
yeah,
We did.
I don't-
which
Okay.
surprised me a little bit. But yeah, that's what's interesting about people's take on some of this stuff. Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
How about some?
wrap things up.
Let's wrap it up, kids.
All right, well, thanks for watching. If you're here with us live, which you are, obviously, but if you missed the live show, please do watch at your leisure after the broadcast, because, again, all those views help us keep this show going, and I'm hoping that everybody would like to see that happen. So
Can I point
yeah.
something out? He's still smoking his Whiskey Roundtable cigar, and we've been here for an hour.
It's a nice one.
So it's a very good investment.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
And so we'll be back next week, which is April the 7th.
May.
May. The 6th. What do we got?
Right.
Here, wait, I'll tell
I think
you
you're right.
in a hot second here.
Yes.
May
May
6th.
6th. Yeah, we'll be back here on Cinco de Seis, and with our regular 7:30 p.m. time.
With
so
a special drink.
yeah, and we're gonna have a special drink next week. We're doing something a little different, and because it ties into what we're doing on the Whiskey Wizard, from a special distillery that we got to visit back in March when we were out in the western United States. So
Awesome.
So look forward to that. And for today, our closing quote comes from none other than Rodney Dangerfield.
Oh, I love him.
I tell you, I always drink responsibly. In fact, I have never spilled a drop.
That's my boy.
All right, kids. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next week. Class of 83, thanks for watching as well. And have a safe, enjoyable weekend, and hopefully the weather's good for wherever you're at, especially you, Joe. All right, guys. We are your hosts, Big G.
Team Johnny. This is Karen Helen Keller.
Doug Dunbar.
All right, guys. We'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching. We'll catch
see
you next
next
week.
time.
Bye-bye.
If whiskey stopped working, every bar in town would be closing their doors, shutting down. Everybody would be trapped with their thoughts, 'cause nothing else would play like bourbon or scotch. Oh no, oh no, no. If whiskey stopped working, where the hell would I be? Probably wasting lots of money trying therapy. If whiskey stopped working, what the hell would I do? Honestly, to tell you the truth, I wouldn't be over you. If whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped working, oh, whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped. Poor Jack D would be out of a job. Jameson and Bean would be cut off. Hank Williams songs wouldn't make any sense. Yeah, this whole damn world would be a mess. Oh yeah. what the hell would I do? Honestly, to tell you the truth, I wouldn't be over you. Whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped working, oh, whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped, oh. If whiskey stopped working, where the hell would I be? Probably halfway out of this town, leaving Tennessee.